You've been lied to your whole life about what it means to be frugal, and I don't say that lightly. The version of frugality you've been sold is wrong. It's limiting, and honestly, it might be the exact reason you're still struggling with money right now. So in the next few minutes, I'm going to completely reframe the way you think about saving, spending, and building a life that actually feels rich. Stay with me because the shift I'm about to share changed everything for me. Let's start with the biggest misconception. Most people hear the word frugal and immediately picture someone who clips coupons obsessively, refuses to enjoy anything, and counts every single penny with a kind of grim desperation. That image is not frugality. That's scarcity dressed up and given a name. Real frugality is something completely different, and once you see it for what it truly is, you cannot unsee it. Here's the honest truth. Frugality is not about spending less, it's about spending right. There's a massive difference between those two ideas, and that difference is the entire game. Someone who spends less is reacting out of fear. Someone who spends right is making intentional, powerful decisions about where their energy, time, and money actually go. One person feels deprived, the other feels in control. Which one sounds like freedom to you? Now let's talk about where this distorted view comes from, because it didn't appear out of nowhere. We live in a culture that actively rewards consumption. Every advertisement, every social media feed, every aspirational lifestyle image is quietly whispering the same message. You are what you own. Your car, your phone, your vacation photos, your wardrobe. This cultural programming runs incredibly deep, and it convinces people that spending money is how you signal worth and success. Frugality, by contrast, gets painted as failure or deprivation. But that framing exists to serve corporations, not you. The psychological reality is this. Studies consistently show that after basic needs are met, additional spending on material things produces rapidly diminishing emotional returns. The new phone feels amazing for about 3 days. The new car smell fades within weeks. But the security of a healthy savings account, the freedom to say no to a job you hate, the ability to handle an emergency without panicking, those things compound over time and produce a kind of quiet confidence that no purchase can replicate. So how do you actually shift your mindset? It starts with redefining what wealth means to you personally, not what society says it means, not what your neighbors demonstrate. What does genuine financial security look and feel like in your specific life? Get concrete. Does it mean 3 months of expenses saved? Does it mean no credit card debt? Does it mean being able to take time off work without financial terror? Write that down, because abstract goals stay abstract. Specific goals become real. Next, start tracking where your money actually goes, not to punish yourself, but to get honest. Most people are genuinely shocked when they see the gap between where they think their money goes and where it actually goes. This isn't about guilt. It's about information. Information is power, and that power lets you make better decisions going forward. Here's a mindset tool that completely reframes spending decisions. Before any purchase, ask yourself one simple question. Is this buying me more life or less life? More life means the purchase gives you time, health, joy, connection, or security. Less life means it's buying you a moment of comfort that you'll barely remember next week while quietly draining resources you could have used for something that actually matters to you. That one question cuts through so much noise. Now I want to address something important because I know what some of you are thinking. This sounds fine for people with plenty of disposable income, but what about those who are genuinely stretched thin? This is valid. Frugality looks different depending on your income level, and pretending otherwise is dishonest. But the mindset shift still applies universally. Even small redirections of money toward intentional purposes build momentum. Starting anywhere is infinitely better than starting nowhere.
Progress, not perfection, is the entire point. Another powerful psychological shift is moving from a deprivation frame to an empowerment frame. Deprivation sounds like, I can't afford that. Empowerment sounds like, I'm choosing not to prioritize that right now. These statements describe the same action, but they create completely different emotional experiences. Language matters because language shapes how your brain interprets reality. When you consistently speak and think from an empowerment frame, frugality stops feeling like punishment and starts feeling like agency. Let's also talk about community, because this stuff is dramatically easier when you're not doing it alone. Finding other people who share this perspective, whether online or in your personal life, creates a reinforcing environment that makes the mindset shift stick. The people around you shape your financial norms more than you probably realize. Surrounding yourself with people who celebrate intentional living rather than conspicuous spending literally changes what feels normal to you over time. Here's a truth that most financial content won't say out loud. The frugal mindset is ultimately a practice of self-respect. It's the daily act of saying, my future self matters, my stability matters, my freedom matters, and I'm going to make decisions today that honor those things, even when culture is screaming at me to do the opposite. That is genuinely radical in a world built on impulsive consumption. The payoff for doing this internal work is not just a bigger savings account, although that will definitely happen. The real payoff is a fundamentally different relationship with money. Instead of money being a source of anxiety, stress, and confusion, it becomes a tool you actually understand and control. That shift in relationship is worth more than any specific dollar amount. So here's your challenge this week. Pick one area of your spending and examine it honestly through everything we talked about today. Just one. Does it buy you more life or less life? Does it align with the specific version of financial security you actually want? You don't have to overhaul everything overnight. You just have to take one honest look and make one more intentional choice. That's where the whole thing begins.